What's up everyone, back with another video for you here today. Today's deck that I have for you guys is a Wild Hunt theme deck. This was a viewer request, so I've gone ahead and put together a list as best as possible. Bear in mind that the deck in its entirety is not completely full of Wild Hunt cards. Obviously I've had to make the deck playable to some degree, and in order to make it playable I've thrown in some neutral cards and some other various kinds of cards. But I think it's quite an interesting list and it has been performing well for me, so I thought I'd present it to you at this time. For you guys that have been following me on Twitch, I've been doing a lot of trial and error with it on there, so yeah, I've had a few wins already with it. So I'm going to look to take you guys through this list card by card and just kind of explain when to play what and yeah, kind of how it shapes up in the scheme of things. So to begin with, we've got the Carapace leader ability. We've got 3 charges of this. We have Crystal Skull as the stratagem. Crystal Skull is a card that I like to use for our engine pieces basically, such as the Wild Hunt Hound down here. It's a very nice card to, a very nice stratagem to use because obviously it gives a unit veil and it will also boost it. So boosting it allows our unit to stay out of damage range of getting removed completely, and the veil obviously, you know, combats locks and poisons. So yeah, the stratagem target for us would be Wild Hunt Hound preferably. We also have the Beast in deck that we can play. We also have the Phantom that we can play as well. Even though it's got veil already, you can give the stratagem to the Phantom as a means of keeping its life up there. I find it's a good way to work with it. Those are pretty much our targets for the stratagem. We have a Neuromancy in this deck. Obviously this allows us to play any card from our deck twice. I always use this in any deck that I put together, guys. It's just like a staple really. It's almost like a must have in my opinion, but also it depends on what kind of a style of deck you're playing. If you've got a lot of drawing cards, discarding card styles, you can get away without having it. But yeah, we've got this twice the use of this during a match, okay? So with Ygherns here, we're using Ygherns in combination with Imlerith. When we play Imlerith on the melee row, he allows us to draw a card and discard a card from our hand. The card discarded, if it's a unit, he's going to boost himself by that power. Ygherns will be kept in our hand when we play Imlerith, so we can discard Ygherns, and Imlerith will get a pretty big boost that way. What I'd like to say about this, guys, is I found this combination, in all honesty, to be a bit conditional. Obviously, Imlerith, for him to work with this, we must have Ygherns in our hand, so that's one issue you can come across. Sometimes you might find that you're not going to get Ygherns in your hand, and then like Imlerith's really not going to play for much, and it's a 10 provision cost card, which is quite pricey. For you guys that would like to play this deck at a competitive level and really focus on ranking up with it, you can do that with this list, but you can do it even better. And my recommendation would be you can keep Ygherns, but most likely change Imlerith to Ozril, and you can use that 1 provision cost from Ozril that it will give you onto another card, boost it up. I think that's a better way to play it, in all honesty. So yeah, we're using Imlerith for Ygherns. Obviously we can't play Imlerith last because of the sequencing. He'll have to be played second last. That's also an issue. We're leaving him as a big target against our opponents. So maybe to work around that, you can play him in the first round at some point, and hopefully that's a better way to play him, considering I believe most opponents, they'd like to carry their tall removals to the end of a match. They're anticipating more of a big unit coming on, so maybe us playing that way is one way to work around things. And because later on obviously we're just going to have our engine pieces like Nithral. We're going double Nithral with this deck, so hopefully what they take out won't be too big and they won't get too much value with tool removal. Ygherns, real nice card. We've got the bruises in this deck. When they move a unit onto a row affected by frost, they're going to damage them by 2. We've got them to synergize with this. We also have the Winter Queen. So this isn't a devotion deck, so we don't have the thrive for this card. But I believe adding this card in is quite nice. as it gives us a bit of a point swing. You know, we're going to play Ygherns. This comes out of our deck, so we get 4 points on the field, and then from there we're dealing frost damage. So make sure you play our Echo card when there's a unit on each row of our opponents. Okay, that's how we're going to get maximum value out of that card. Also, this card synergizes very well when we have Dominance and we're playing Ygherns, because on Dominance, Ygherns will increase damage dealt by Frost by 1, which plays for some pretty psycho value if you think about it, if we can get that going. So you could even give one of our Veiled Charges, one of our Carapace, Veiled Charges to Ygherns when you play him, to ensure we have Dominance and to keep him alive and keep that very great value he gives us going. We have Caranthir in here. This is probably one of my favorite cards, to be honest, guys. So our target for Caranthir is double Nithral, right? So we have Nithral in this deck right here. On Dominance, he's going to be doing damage by 2. So we're going to double Nithral Caranthir into Nithral. If for some reason we don't get that play, we're going to look to use Caranthir onto the Beast or onto the Phantom. Those are good alternatives. There's nothing wrong with playing the card that way. Nithral and Caranthir and Ygherns, those are cards we like to keep towards the end, preferably as kind of like our win conditions. So yeah, the Beast here keeps climbing by 2 points till it's the highest unit on the battlefield. I'm sure you guys know how this card works by now. Yeah, use this as required, but it's probably good to use this with Imlerith, right? When we discard Yghern. Obviously, Imlerith at that point will be a 15 powered unit. We're going to get some sick value out of the Beast climbing up to his level. So probably play it like that. Whenever you play Imlerith, try to play the Beast with Imlerith. Imleriths Wrath, this is going to damage a unit by the power of our highest unit. But because we have Imlerith, it will end up destroying it. So that's why I've put the 2 cards together in this deck. I think they synergize well. This acts as a card which will completely destroy something of our choice. So attempt to use this when you have Imlerith on board. But if not, I'm sure we can still get good value out of this, considering we have the Phantom climbing up during a round. Even the Wild Hunt Hounds using Veiled Charges. We can get some good value out of this card, I think, through any point of the match. I've got Parasite for a bit of removal. Use this to maintain dominance or to remove something. Yeah, just use your wits about yourself, however you decide to play this. We also have a bit of lock going on in this deck. Just a nice way to spread the provisions across the deck. I thought it'd be good to add a lock in here. Wild Hunt Bruisers, as I explained. Taskmaster could help us get past defenders, but in saying that, if an opponent has a defender and they're row stacking, we also have movement abilities in our deck with the Bruisers. So you can even move a defender if you want to access a unit behind it. Don't necessarily have to purify it. In addition to that, we've got some thinning in our deck with the Wild Hunt Riders. Naglfar's crew, just added 1 in here. We've got Spores for some big resets. Squirrel if we're coming up against some Madoc kind of plays. Squirrel's also good against Crow Mother, the Flying Redanian. Wild Hunt Warriors to fit with our theme that we're going for. And Wild Hunt Hounds. Make sure we have Dominance to get the most value out of these 2 cards at the bottom here. All in all, that's the deck, guys. I really hope you're going to enjoy the following matches. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. As I explained to you guys, I'm on Twitch. Make sure you follow me there as well. Come kick back with me. We can play some matches together, get to know each other a bit better. And yeah, all the best, and see you guys very soon in the following matches. Shield Wall here, Northern Realms. So obviously we don't want to have this in hand right when we're playing, because we want this to get thinned out from our deck with the Frost. This is good to keep with Imlerith. We have Yghern and Imlerith in hand. We want to keep those 2 together at all times because they're quite conditional to play. Caranthir is a card we can have for later on. Griffin Witcher, Veil that. That's quite a strong play there.
The bolt softens them up.
Okay, it doesn't give it the charge. Interesting. Okay. I say we just go straight with the dominance play, guys. Let's put the pressure on them early and from the beginning.
Have a look at that, like falling stars.
Okay. So in this instance, we can use the Bruiser as more of a movement capacity just to get that arch off the ranged row, because the way it works, it's operating on the ranged row. And we probably use Imlerith's Wrath to completely remove this. I think that's our play here. Let's go to another one. Okay.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
Let's take this out. And we'll look to deal with that archer back there soon now. Okay, he's going to give it some charges, get it up there. It's pretty wise from them.
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
So if it's inspired, it's going to give it 2 armor. Let's just play our dominance units out. Let's just get our charges up there. Look to make them go a card down. So yeah, remember a good combination with our deck, guys, is that we like to play Imlerith, Yghern, and Imleriths Wrath together. Those 3 cards are a combo in this deck. So they have to commit pretty hard there with Philippa out of them. We still have dominance though. We can go ahead and give that 1 charge. So I like to see how they handle this pressure, you know. Usually when you put them under pressure, you'll end up making them go a card down or making them waste a lot of cards. There we go. So we'll pass here. So we've won on even, guys. As I said, the pressure works quite well, doesn't it? You just have to know when to put the pressure on. So I guess we can play into this round. It's going to depend on how our hand looks though. Maybe we can just make them waste some cards. Beast would be pretty good to put pressure on them. Okay, nice. So what do we got left? I say we play on. At least for a little bit anyway. Want to see what kind of cards we can get out of them.
For honor and for coin.
Nice. So let's give Parasite to this. Keep the dominance. Hopefully they don't have boiling oil and we can just kind of bleed them a bit here.
What do you want?
Okay. Let's play the beast. So remember the activation order of cards. Melee row activates first and then it's ranged row. So that's why I'm playing it like this. Okay, say we play Eridan out the back. Probably a good idea. We have dominance, so Frost will be doing 3, lots of damage. Looking good so far as in terms of a bleed, isn't it? So we've still got the Wild Hunt Riders for a nice 8-point swing. We've got the Wild Hunt Warriors, 6 damage. Got some good options here, pushing on. So I can't see any evidence that they have toll removal because we've got the beast, or they might be holding on to it. I think I'm going to push in hard here and maybe go for 2-0. Okay, so we've got Defender out of them.
Mind your words, and who you address, and how you address them.
Okay, interesting, he's damaging the beast, but the beast will continue to boost. I'm not sure why that's the case. Why would you damage the beast? I'm not sure. So we need to get through here. I think we give the last charge to Nithral again, just to give us dominance. We ping the shield. Let's go like this. I think it's going to be 2-0 for us this matchup. He might want to give his last shield to Defender again. Sienna, wow.
never forgive you, Henrietta. Never.
We should probably play on right and just try to make them absolutely waste whatever strength they've got anyway at this point. So, gonna go like this, like this. Yeah, I think it's good. Wonder what they're using that for. Regis. Doesn't really do anything here.
Powers of deduction seem to wane not one bit.
Okay, looks like we got it, guys. Yeah, let's just play this out. Man, destruction. Destruction, man. Freaking destruction. This Wild Hunt deck is nice. I like it. Ouch. Oh, solid win, guys. Solid win. Lovely matchup. Nilfgaard Imperial formation. So this might make it a bit challenging for us because we're expecting their units to be armored up quite heavily, and we're all about dealing damage with this deck. So Nithral's card for later on. Not really looking for these two now. Probably keep Caranthir in hand, just give us some extra flexibility for the round. Okay, so I guess we're going to start off with the Phantom. I don't want it to get killed by assassination, so I'll give it one charge. That gives us dominance as well. So they're trying to take away our dominance there. Okay, so 4 armor that has. Maybe we lock that. I think lock's the way to go. I say we put the pressure on them and put it on them fast, make them go a card down if possible.
Discipline, that is what you folk lack.
Sweet, let's hit Frost now.
Never know peace again.
Nice. There's going to be some good pressure, guys. Recruit.
New orders? No?
See, with that recruit play they done there, I don't think that was the best thing. What they should have done was boost this up to be the tallest unit, and then the Frost would have been hitting the armor. They would have saved themselves some life that way. But anyway, it's just my assessment. Yes. So I guess we go... We still don't have dominance. Let's play that. Wow, they're fully committing hard out here.
Odds the end for the great sun!
Yes. So we have dominance now. We should use the bruiser charge here. And we'll really put him under some pressure by letting off this charge. And letting Frost do the damage and we'll boost up too. Just keeps us ahead. Lovely, getting them to pass on even. Very good result for us that first round. They've fully used their leader as well already. If they're that comfortable to use their leader like that, I'd say they might have Damien as well though, you never know. Okay. Looking good. So we're in a pretty comfortable spot because we're on even, we've already got a victory, we can just play on as much as we want really. But unfortunately we don't have Yghern for our combo here. As I explained in the deck guide, that's why I feel it's a bit conditional Imlerith in this deck. We can work around that though. So let's just start like this. Just start off slow, just to suss them out. So we go like this. Defender.
That's order! And out feed!
We can purify that. Maybe they're looking to play Damien behind the defender. Maybe that's what it's about. And if that's the case, maybe we can make them waste Damien or want to commit to go a card down just to use his order ability.
Rubbish. This one has the life force of a cockroach.
I think it's just good to waste their cards at this stage. So we'll get Defender out of them, that's pretty good. Letho.
Improvise.
2 defenders. I think I might play Ygherns just like this because I can't really see them using too many removals. It looks a bit risky, but I'm just going off of how I'm analysing this match so far. And then we can maybe just pass Imlerith off, not use him on this matchup. I just want to really put it on them, you know? Make him go a card down. Yep, that's what I suspected. So I'd love to play on here because that indicates to us that this deck's not really carrying removals as far as tactics go. But at the same time, I mean, look at my hand. Well, we have the Wild Hunt Hound boosting. They've got to play 6 points still. Actually, more than that, because this will keep boosting. So I'll just pass here, make them go a card down, hopefully. I hope they go a card down from this. Wasted Letho, wasted Defender, pretty good. Not an easy choice for them probably at this stage. Wasted Leader ability. Yennefer, wow. Forfeits, guys. Yo, 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 yo. Bringing you the best decks always. Man. Check that result out, guys. Made them forfeit. This was a 2-0 match. The other match I had is a 2-0 match. That tells you guys something about this deck, right? Make sure you go out and experiment with this deck. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, as always, really appreciate your guys' support. If there's any way I can help you with anything, just let me know. Pretty easy to reach out to and chill and talk with. So yeah, hope you guys have a good one wherever you're at, and all the best until I see you next time. Cheers. Skellige, Patricidal Fury. Right, so I'm not looking for spores really against Skellige, unless I'm mistaken. So the bruises is nice to go with Ygherns. Imlerith, definitely want to keep him in hand because of the draw dependency with Ygherns. Caranthir is more of a card for later on though. Nice, we got our 3-piece combo. Imleriths Wrath, Yghern, and Imlerith. Seems like a good parasite target to me. We also have movement for it because it's locked to the melee row. But I'd rather save the bruises for our frost play. So we can just parasite that. Ceremonial Dagger, that's interesting to see they have that. Right. So perhaps we play Imlerith here. I believe they're looking for Bloodthirst. I mean, Skellige always looks for Bloodthirst, really. Nice, we picked up Lock as well. Lock plays very well. We can use it right away. Next play if we want. Beast is good here too. It can climb up very high where Imlerith is at. So that's already a very tall order for them to have to contend with. Unless they have tall removal, it's already putting them under pressure, you know. Good thing is that they've gone first, so we can just pass any time, not have to worry about going card down. So that's why I prefer to play Imlerith in the first round, to be honest with you. Plays good. Interesting.
Keep the meat coming and I'll tell you a tale or two.
So this is pretty much a good time for us to play our Echo. But at the same time, he has that there. I'm just going to go ahead and play this first. This will draw out Winter Queen now because there's frost on both rows of our enemy's side.
My ice will pierce both your hearts and minds.
Heat wave. Okay. So maybe we hit this. I think we lock this.
I do not mince words on principle.
Just looking to get our dominance up for the Wild Hunt Riders next. Okay, so passing on even. Interesting. So this means we go into sudden death. How's my hand looking for sudden death? Hand's not looking bad. I think I'll take the risk. I'll roll the dice on this one, guys. Let's have a look how this is going to end up. Because my hand's looking pretty good. I've got the bruises, I've got the echo back. Spores. I don't think so. Okay. Let's go ahead and thin our deck down a bit. I guess we'll go ahead and purify that. That can give us some good value. Also gives them a fair bit of bloodthirst. Okay, I think we go Purify.
Corpses overboard. Live ones to the cage.
Let's see how they play on from here. So they're probably going to roast stack now because they know we've played Frost.
I'll cleave you in two.
Well, maybe a misplay on their part. As I said, I have Frost. But I would like to play Eridan first because we have dominance and it'll take out the ship immediately, so we deny them that value. I should probably play it next to a lower powered unit. You never know if there's red haze. And we'll give it a leader charge, just to make sure it doesn't get taken out by something, I guess. He could probably commit leader ability and use champion's charge on it though, if he really wants to. Gutting Slash. That's a good sign for us. It means they don't really have tool removal in their hand. So let's just keep annoying them and keep giving him our charges. Let's get like that. I may even go double charge. And we're gonna flick the Bear Witcher over there just to get more value out of our bruisers, pretty much completely eliminating his units on the board right now. 3 damage with the Frost from the Dominance, and then 2 damage from Wild Hunt Bruiser. Lovely. We probably look to play this soon. Maybe he does have Champion's Charge. It's probably just waiting or something. Yeah, there you go. We can play the Beast now because there's an 11 powered unit there. Let's just go like this. Could have another Gutting Slash. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play this now.
We've caught another taskmaster.
Hopefully they're playing the front row again. Nilfgaard, wow.
Your body is stronger than your steel.
Okay. Well, we have Frost to work around that. What's a good play here, really? Well, it's a bit awkward, our hand, you know? I'm probably just gonna look to bait him into the melee row for one more turn. gonna go like that. Hopefully he plays melee, bro. That's why I did that. I'm just waiting for that. Okay.
Too old for this shit.
This is a very unusual close finish, isn't it? So at least the bruiser's gonna do 2 damage. And we got an engine working there. Oh, he locks it. Okay.
You're coming with me, dead or alive.
Oh wow. This is gonna be an interesting finish. So, what's the best unit to move? So this will die, but we end up doing 4 damage. Oh wow. I wonder what they got left. Hemdall, oh, damn it.
The time has come.
Wow, very close finish, eh? Okay. That was a very interesting match, wasn't it? I waited on the frost a bit to play around Nilfgaard. Yeah, what can you do? A bit of an interesting match, that one, wasn't it? A bit of fun.